Hey everybody, it's your girl Gladys B, and you know what day it is, right? It's Friday, which means we are going live. It ain't Woman Crush Wednesday, but it's Sisters Cafe Live. I'm super excited. You know what to do. Pick up your phone, go to Sisters Cafe, take this and share this with everybody you know. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Show everybody, tag everybody, do what you got to do so that everybody gets to see this because why? It's about to be fun. It's about to be fun. So I'm going to my page now and we are going to share this. All right, I can see if you shared it or not. So go ahead and share it. Don't act like you're sharing it and not. Super excited to be here tonight because it is Friday. Y'all remember when we used to go live all the time on Fridays? So much fun. So much fun. We're going to have to do a Sisters Cafe reunion so that I can get all the ladies at the table in one place. Ooh, maybe we should do it in a different country. Anyway, I'm excited today because we got some good stuff today. Today, we are talking about what it means to be bold, faith filled, funny, and full of book tea. We have an author in the cafe who knows how to blend faith, fiction, romance, drama, church culture, and women's strength into stories that make you laugh, gasp, reflect, and maybe even say, now, wait a minute. I know somebody just like that. Today, I am joined by my friend and my fellow author, Kyina Routt, creator of the Church Chronicles series. If you haven't got it, y'all, by the end of this interview, I am positive that you will want to go get it. We're talking about her writing journey, her character, church hurt, church drama, powerful women, flawed women, redemption, love, purpose, and what it means to chase your dreams while still walking boldly in faith. Ladies, this ain't just no author interview. This is a table talk, a testimony, a book club moment, and a whole Sisters Cafe experience. Y'all put your hands together and help me welcome Miss Kyina Routt. Woo!
Man, I felt like I was coming out to the Grammys back there. That introduction. Listen, love it. Man, I need you to bring me out more often.
More often, huh? I'll record it
Yes.
for you and send it to you. No, we just talked about that on our last live. I had Rebecca on, and she said the same thing, and I'm like, I think introductions are so important because
Yes.
it's the difference in between somebody saying, wait, what's happening versus, okay, how long this gonna be? I think that's what makes the difference is your intro. So I'm really big. I'm really big on intros, but you deserve it.
Man, you got me so hyped up. I'm ready to go write some more stuff. Like, wait a minute now.
Talking about hyped up is me reading. I don't know what you call it when you give me a little bit of taste, a snippet. You
Mm-hmm.
sent me a snippet of something, and I kept reading, and I'm like, I don't usually do that. I usually don't. I mean, I'm usually in the bookstore looking for, how to get your business together, LLCs for dummies, that kind of thing. I'm always looking for self help or, business matters and things like that. So, for you to capture my attention, not just to capture it, but okay, let me go get that book. Wait, hold on. Let me go get the other book too. And wait a minute, I know we got an announcement coming up too, but super excited because you are good at what you do. Welcome to the cafe.
Thank you for having me. It's been. I was like, man, when is she ever gonna pick my name? I want to be seen talking to her. Wait a minute, when's my time? But hey, my time is not. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome journey. I'm so glad I got to know you, spend a little time with you. So this is great.
Yeah.
And everything that you have going on.
Woo,
So
girl. Yeah, I can't wait till we get our ice cream date. That's what I'm ready for.
Hey, I did say today, but I think you was too busy for me today.
I'm
Okay.
never too busy. I'm never too busy. But I have one of the most important questions of this interview to ask you. And
What's that?
ma'am, that is what's in your cup?
And right now, don't worry, it's not no Sacramento wine today. It's just a little water, okay? And so that's what's in my cup. Just a little water, just a little water today.
Did you say no Sacramento wine?
You
Just
you know, you know, you know the church people like to judge a little bit, so I gotta
well,
keep it
hey,
holy.
just tell them it's a little Jesus juice in there. That's all.
He did turn water into wine now.
But no, put that cup back up there. Is that not a piece of merch you got going on?
It is. So this is my 2026 merch. It has my trademark slogan on it: crowned in confidence, wrapped in redemption, because that should be all of us. We all should be crowned in confidence, and we all is wrapped in redemption because Jesus paid it all, right?
Yes, he did. Yes,
Paid
he
it
did.
all. People forget that, but I don't.
They
Okay.
do. They do, but we don't. We don't. So if you could tell the people, since you had it all up there, how can they grab that?
My merch is on my website. It is KyinaRouttsNovels.com. You click on the link that say bookstore, and you're going to find everything from books to shirts to hoodies, even some crop tops is up there.
What?
I mean, and different type of drinkware. And I'm adding more to it daily as things come. But in order to get like my special addiction collectors items that I sit around and it just come up with things, you have to see me at these events that I go to locally.
Okay.
So that's
So
where
do
you can
you
get
do
those special
events often locally?
Yes. I just had one last weekend. I'm free this weekend. I'm trying not to do any more events for the rest of the month. Let me tell you why. My
Okay.
son is graduating this month. So we're taking him on a 7-day cruise at the end of the month, and all of this time belongs to him. So I have to be
Oh,
good. But
that
come
is
June,
beautiful.
I'll be
It's
back in
only
action.
cracking up.
Yes.
That is pretty cool, though. I would have never thought to take my children on a 7-day cruise ever. I mean, I'm thinking about it now, but they way grown, so they could pay for their own. But
well, mine are too, and they don't pay yet.
you, well, you know
Doing
what?
wrong.
In the defense of the youngins, I don't think. I think we have this mindset, and I've come to know it's not actually accurate. But I think we have this mindset of they got it, they cool, and I remember that because I thought for years that grandma and grandpa had a money tree, like real talk. I don't know where it was coming from, but it seemed like it kept coming. So, even when I got grown, I'm the daughter that would come in with a Walmart trash bag and shop in their house, because what they don't need no ice cream sandwiches. I know you got that for me and my kids. I know you did.
What?
Right. You don't eat that many eggs. It's only two of y'all. But I remember Grandpa saying one day, my house is not a shopping center. I'm like,
but they never said no, though.
They never said no. So I was back the next week because real talk, they did buy stuff for me and the kids. They don't need all that stuff. It's just two of them. But I think sometimes as children, we feel as though our parents, they cool, they got it, not a big deal. They don't need extra help. They don't need me to pay that. So I'm thinking that's what happened to mine as well.
Baseball, one is 24, the other's 18. Maybe one day we'll see.
Maybe one day, and I think so. But we have to say something, because I think if we don't, I had a very hard time putting myself first. So I didn't teach them, hey, don't forget my birthday. Hey, it's Mother's Day. What you get me? Hey, I didn't pound it in their head like that. You know what I mean? I didn't think about it because I'm like, well, they're little, but I should have taught them from the time they was buying, going in there talking about mommy, I won't. By the time they got to say that, I should have started saying, well, I won't. And maybe
I don't have that problem.
You do.
I'm the only girl in the house, and I make sure they know my birthday is coming up. Mother's Day
Nice.
is approaching. Christmas is not my birthday. So I make sure they know. And my husband does a good job with them. And so, so sometimes it has its advantages being the only girl in the house.
Yeah, and I think it's helpful to be married as well to a nice man, because I wasn't. You know what I mean? So it was just me and the boys. So it was nobody to say, "Hey, let's go get your mom this," or "Hey, don't forget your mama's birthday is coming up." That kind of thing.
Right, right.
So, and I,
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't say nothing. So I didn't get nothing, until they got older. Now my baby is super good at that. He is not gonna forget his mama, like for nothing. And I don't mean just holidays or birthdays. I can tell him, "Hey, I'm going on a assignment for church," and okay, mom, here, get you some gas. Here, mom, get you a burger or something. He's just like that.
That mean you did your job.
Well, yeah. I mean, he also the one, mama, I need a new car, but you know, you gotta love him though. You gotta love him. I call him, that's
Awesome.
my Monday and my Friday.
Oh,
He, yeah,
okay.
I
Gotcha.
can't do without him. Hate to see him coming, but hate to see him go.
Boy.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love that boy. And then he's the one that has my grandgirls.
They're
So,
so adorable.
oh,
Adorable. One
I
day, not
know.
right now, but one day, I'm going to have them too. Just not right now. Gotta
No,
give me
yeah, no.
time. I told them no grandkids before I'm 50. So we'll see. 55 if I'm blessed enough.
I don't know though. I'm saying I don't know because we get older. Like when we were little, our grandparents were like mad old. You know what I mean? But it's not like that nowadays. You
But
know,
them the grandparents we need now, though.
right? Except they can't do as much anymore. Like by the time these girls be running down the hall, I'll be like, "Look, let's just sit down for a minute. Let's breathe in, breathe
But
out."
see,
Just
but see, that's where the parents come in at to run down the hall with them, and you're supposed to sit back and just instill that wisdom into them.
Oh, okay. I got it
That's our
wrong then.
job.
I got it wrong. I'm trying to
We have
swim,
to be the we got to
run.
be the grandmas and the moo and we got to sit there and come here, baby. Let me talk to you.
Oh, I'm
That's gonna be me.
I'm doing all that in the moo. I love me some
Yeah,
moo.
I ain't run down the hall. I can't run down the hall. Nah, I ain't definitely running down the den.
But you got to. You got to. Like the other Serenity was leaving the room the other day, and I wasn't coming. I was standing at the door, and she's like, "Grandma, come on. Come on." So
Oh,
they ain't running nowhere without me. Like, and I'm
that's
okay with it.
adorable.
They want to jump, they want to climb. For some reason, I become this human tree, and I'm okay with it. I like being a tree.
I have a little niece, and she'll play with me certain things she'll play with me with, but when she want to get on the floor and roll over and all of that stuff, she don't come to me for that. She go to
Oh,
my husband or my kids. So it's
okay.
like they know that Amy ain't gonna do it. So I
I
come to her
know
when
it.
I want to play with this crayons or I want to play with this dog that we're gonna sit down and be still and do it. But when I want to roll around and go run, no, I ain't going to her.
No,
So it's
you
like
ain't
they
doing it.
know.
I think they know. I think they know. So I guess we better get into this interview, which is
Let's
not
do
really an
it.
interview,
Let's
but
do it.
let's talk about this before I get into the books and all that good stuff and all the stuff people want to know. Tell me about Kay. What tell me a little bit just about you.
About me, let's see. I've been married for going on 25 years. I married my high school sweetheart. I met him at
Oh,
17. I'm 43 now. We still
woo.
hanging in there. We have two wonderful kids, 24 and 18-year-old boys. I am by day, I'm an IT professional. By night, I write. Um, what do I like to do? I like to do so much. I love crafting, making things. I love
Really?
writing, of course. Yes,
Okay.
love writing. Um, I was raised by my grandparents, Pastor Jackson and Evangelist Jackson. I just lost them last year, actually November and December of last year. Lost them both. Um,
Wow.
yes, yes. They
Girl.
kept me in the church where, you know, most of my scenes take place from, most of my stories takes place from. No, it's them. But
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, my grandfather, he passed away on November 17th. I guess Granny say, oh, nope, I'm coming with
not
you.
without you. I know that's right.
And
I know.
exactly 30 days later, December 17th.
No.
Yes.
But you know what? They say that happens, especially if they've been married for so long.
For
Most
years.
most couples get up in age, they pass away, and the other one can't deal with the other one being lost. And we thought that for grandma when Papa passed, but grandma rocked out another 20 years. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, she was like, nope, I ain't
yeah,
having it. And, you know, that it took a toll on me for a while. I had
yeah,
to kind of like, I was starting to try to keep myself busy, so busy where I wasn't thinking, but I started reaching that burnout part because I
yeah,
wasn't allowing myself a moment to mourn and to get over it. Because when you haven't experienced a loss like that, it does something. So I had to kind of get back to myself,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't none but God.
And God will do it. Um, and that's and the people who are dealing, because we coming up on Mother's Day, and this is off the subject or whatever, but my heart goes out to those who are experiencing the grief of someone they lost, loved and lost, the grief of not having a mother, and then watching everybody else enjoy their mother, or watching everybody else not enjoy their mother because they're whatever the issue. I hear a lot of people who've lost their mother say, hey, you only got one, stay
Oh
close
yeah,
to your mother. Because some of us that have our mother and we're not as close, we don't understand the feeling of that loss, not even sure that we think about it, because we're not honoring our mother as the Bible tells us to. But as a person who has lost, what can you help us with? I'm big on sitting in your grief. I didn't know it at first, but because it almost turned my world inside out, and I didn't know if I would get through it, it was unexpected the way I thought I had made peace with it. I remember when I left, I looked in her eyes. I kind of knew that was the last time I would see her alive. But I went home and I remember sitting there and praying. I kept saying, okay, God, your will be done. Your will be done. Your will be done. And I remember exhaling. I thought that was my moment of making peace with it. But then I got the news 7 days later that she was gone. And I can't even explain. I was I was gone. Like, as somebody had told me, she was like, your light is gone.
yeah, that's
And
what it feels like.
I thought I was hiding it, because I still got to go to church. I still got to be administrator. I still got to work on the altar. I still got to, do whatever I got to do. I still got to go to work. I thought I was hiding it, but I guess it was showing throughout. And then after a while, I couldn't even hide it no more. And I didn't care. I did not care. Like, I don't, I can't explain it, but I was gone. It was almost like I was dark. I couldn't see a way out. I didn't have any even hope that this was going to change. And I didn't know how to function in it. I had never experienced it or even let myself experience that. And it was different. Grandpa passed, and I thought my world was over then.
Yeah, but something about grandma.
Oh my goodness.
Woo, woo.
And I thought it was gonna be cool. Again, like I said, I thought I'd make peace with it. And myself says, she was 93. It's kind of okay. You know, God can take her, but I mean, what I've come to the conclusion, I had to end up going to talk to somebody in the church that didn't go to my church, but happened to see that something was eating me alive. And when I saw her, she called me the next day and she was like, daughter, what's going on? Oh, nothing. You know how we do. We say nothing, and we try to hide certain things and hurt certain things that we're going through because we are in church. But she was like, no, ma'am. She said, you died in my arms yesterday. And I just started bawling. I started telling her everything that was happening. But she said, let's talk. So we talked for a few months. Therapy. I am an advocate now for therapy, big
Yes,
time.
yes, yes.
It works.
It does.
In therapy, it works.
Mhm.
But I got a glimpse of hope back.
It takes time.
Oh, but we don't allow it. We don't allow
We don't.
it.
We try to. I think we forget, like, you say, oh, it's my grandpa used to say all the time, one thing is for sure, we always have it. We all of us have an expiration date. Yeah, but it don't make it no easier. And
No.
I think that we are never taught how to grieve or how to deal with it. It's not something that you just one day and get over it, because I still have my moments. I sit in my house sometime alone and things just come to me. It could be a smell, it can be a TV show, it could be a song, and I think of them, and it's
Right.
like, man, I thought I was okay. No, I am okay. I'm just still, it's okay to miss them.
It is.
It's
It
okay
is.
to grieve. It's okay to
It is.
cry. It's okay to do all them things. And and it's not a timeline on it. And I
Right.
think a lot of people think that 6 months is enough. No, it may take years. I lost my
Years.
brother in May of last year. So just when I thought that I was getting over him, I had to go through something else. And I look at it, everything in life is a lesson. Sometimes we get so comfortable in our place that we are, where we so comfortable with the people around us that we just get comfortable. And
Yeah.
sometimes, things get shaken up to make you uncomfortable. Sometimes when you get uncomfortable, that's when you start to understand your purpose.
Absolutely.
That's when your growth come in. Because last year, like, my birth mom is in my life. And I kind of took her for granted all this time because I had grandma. Grandma raised me.
Mhm.
That's mom. But when that flower was plucked, I didn't realize that my mom loved me just as much as my grandmother did. But I didn't allow her to come in and love me that way because I was still thinking about the past, what was and what's not right now. And so, it's been a process, it's been a healing, and it's going to continue to be one.
Yeah.
So if I call you one day boohooing and crying, just know I'm having a moment.
That's okay. I cry with my friends.
Yes.
But it's we have to learn that it's okay. How we feel. We do put a timeline on it because the world puts a timeline on it. We only get 3 days or 5 days for bereavement at work. That's all you get. That's all you getting. Just like having a baby. Now it's different, but back then you got 30 days to have your baby and come on back. You know what I mean? So the world puts a timeline on things. And for someone who has gone through it, you and I, what would you say to the people who, let me put the question this way. I struggled real hard with losing someone. And then a few days later, it's like the world moved on. Like ain't nothing happened. Like my whole world didn't just shatter. And everybody has moved on. Even the people that were checking on you, and none of that's happening no more. Everybody's moved on and they're laughing. I used to be mad. Why are you smiling? Like, what is funny? Don't you understand? And I'm thinking, it's not their grief.
It's yours, yeah.
I was mad that people would just move on with their life, and the world has ended for me for the most part. It took me a long time to deal with that, and I'm not even sure I've dealt with it properly. I don't understand, but I do understand my grief is not their grief. You know what I mean? And that goes even for family members. I might not grieve the same way my cousin does. I might not do the same way my sister does. You know what I mean? But what can you say to people who feel some kind of way because the world has moved on and their world has stopped completely?
What can we say? I mean, there's nothing. The only thing we can tell them is to live in their truth, you know, go through their process, because your process is going to be different from mine. I can't tell you, oh, I know how you feel, because I don't. Because what I feel is different from the way that you feel. And that, you know, it's going to be okay. It may not be okay today, tomorrow, or next week, but eventually it will be okay. That's the only thing that we could tell them. Because I hate it when people call me, are you okay? Are you doing good? Stop calling me. Just stop. Just leave me alone. Let me just process this. Let me eat ice cream. Let me sit here in my moo and do whatever it is I'm doing. I will be fine. I will be out the house. Right. But for right now, just let me live in my moment.
I have that's what we gotta love it. I have a bad habit of saying, are you okay? Now, somebody I don't really know, I probably won't say nothing at all. Just checking on you. But I noticed I did, because my cousin just lost her father, and I would call her every day. Are you okay? And I'm like, right. And after it comes out my mouth, I'm like, duh. I mean, no, she's not okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's not okay. And why do you keep asking her that? You know, and I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
For me, it would have been like, can I bring you some ice cream?
Okay.
Let me go over here to Mickey's and bring you a plate of oxtails. I would have been like, okay.
Yes. Bring that. Yes. I'm like that with pork chops. You bring me, look, pork chops is the way to my heart, and Mexican food. Tacos, pork chops, and crab legs. Ooh. Not together.
No, crawfish.
I can't eat crawfish. Like, that's gross. And then why you got to suck the head? Like, why can't you just gently pull it out?
Yeah, that's what you do. Who do that? Listen, you got me acting like Sister Mother Jenkins in here.
Okay, wait, we got a question for you. Question. Okay. How to function before releasing the compound grief? Oh, I guess it's answering the question. How to function before releasing the compound grief, becoming stable enough to continue functioning without collapsing internally. Oh, it is a question. So, how do we function before releasing the compound grief? How do we become stable enough to continue functioning without collapsing internally?
For me, I had to think about my babies, my kids, my husband. They needed me. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't start to process and start to heal and understand, you know, this loss and what it meant, you know, in my life, then I was going to collapse internally. Because it's like once you start shutting down the world around you, then that's it. Like it's almost like you dying inside, like you're decaying. Yeah. So my husband and my kids is what was the ones that pulled me out that slump, you know. Okay. And he was processing his own grief because he had just lost his grandmother too in October. So it was like, you know, it was like things were just hitting us back and back. But just knowing that I had to be there for them. I have to be there for my dad. I have to be there for my aunties. I have to be there for my mom, for my sister. I had to be there. I had to be, you know, somebody had to be strong enough to be able to say, hey, we got this, family.
Yeah.
On me. So I had to.
And I think that's the great thing about purpose. Purpose will outweigh most things. It outweighs depression. It outweighs grief sometimes. It outweighs what we don't want to do. You know, purpose. That's why we need to have it. We need to have it. And that's very important too, because I felt the same way when Papa passed. I wanted nothing else but to jump in that casket with him. Like, wait, hold on. I don't know what to do without you.
Who told you to do this? Right. You know, that's how I was talking to him. Like, I was like, y'all so selfish. You can't think about nobody but yourself. It's literally like,
right.
Was having a conversation the other day, and I was just like, I was talking to her, we was talking. I was like, man, it's so close to Mother's Day. I said, I'm at her. I'm like, she didn't have no business doing this. Like,
Right.
she could have waited, she could have waited another couple of years. I understand that's her boo and all, but golly. And so she was like, I'm angry too. And then sometimes, the tears just start coming. And
Right.
then my husband called, he like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, it's like, no. So, it's days like that, but you laugh at it now, but in that moment, it don't be funny.
Ooh-wee.
It don't be
No,
funny.
it wasn't funny then. It wasn't funny then. And to answer the question, I think we have to find the comfort and the strength of God, the God given strength that we have, because I don't think there would have been any other way out of that except I had God, except that I knew that there was something on the other side of this grief, except that I knew He had purpose and a reason for me to be here, except that I knew that they were in a better place with the person that created them. So I think that's what helped, but also having a support system in place. And let me say it this way, because that what I got the help from wasn't really the support system. And that bothered me as well while we in the church chronicles or whatever. It wasn't my church that saw what was going on.
Let me get my pen. Say that again.
It wasn't my church that saw the light go out. It wasn't my church that came and said, okay, what can I do? Or, there's something going on with you and I don't know what's going on with you. It wasn't them that said, hey, you're looking depressed right now, or hey, go ahead and sit down. I know you need to grieve. None of that was happening. It was somebody who did not go to my church. It was a few people, let me put it that way, few people that have seen me in the fellowship, but does not go to my church that reached out to me.
But that's what's missing in a lot of the churches now.
It is.
They don't know their members. It's just like we just going right through the motion. I'm going to church. I'm sitting down. I'm saying amen, glory, hallelujah. Right. I'm clapping when the choir singing, but then I'm going out. There's no fellowship.
There isn't.
And so and as much as, back in the days, the aunties would, they get on your nerves and they always got something to say. They knew you.
Right.
They knew when you was going through things. They knew when you needed that hug. They knew when you just needed to be pulled to the side and say, hey, it's going to be all right. They knew that. These days, it's missing.
It is missing.
It is missing.
And people don't want, I think some churches or some leaders might be a little bit afraid of losing what that person does in the service or in the church. So we can't really afford to lose that person right now, or we can't really afford for her to sit down, or for him to take a sabbatical, or for you know what I mean? So sometimes we're missing that, but we're also so extremely busy. We in our own world, we doing whatever we want to do, and we're too busy to look over at our neighbor and see if they're okay.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Stop looking people up and down when they walk in church. You don't know what they just went through.
Don't be glad that they are there.
Smile sometimes. Sometimes just smile. Leave it alone with the attitudes and the talking back and the comparisons and the backbiting and all that. We have to go back to being a hospital for the world. They should be running in droves. They just said on the news today about this new virus, Hunter virus.
Yep.
Happy virus. I don't know what they called it, but it started with an H. But I'm like, okay. Is it the first part of you wants to, okay, well, we ain't, you know what? I'm not about to go to Walmart and not see no rice this time. This time I'm going to go stack up. But I'm like, they want to, I don't want to cause a panic. God is still God. He is still God, and whatever he allows is right, and he's sovereign. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go stock up on some toilet paper and stuff. But
See,
last
like you
time,
saying that, I'm gonna make me a list. I'm going to Sam's tomorrow.
yes, get you some batteries, get you some toilet paper, grab you some, all the items that everybody took, hand sanitizer before the government took it all, the mask and all that kind of stuff. I had just got a new job when COVID hit. Literally, just I started March 10th, I think it was, and COVID hit March 16th. I'll never forget it because anybody who had kids, they had to pay them while they stay home because the kids couldn't go to school. Like, man, I ain't got no kids.
I got stuck in Canada when it happened. Couldn't come
What?
home. Yep. They was like, no.
How long did you have to stay there?
I was there for 6 months.
No.
Yes.
How was it
Yes.
though?
Well, the part that I was in Alberta. It was just like Texas, but they serve gravy with everything.
Give me an
You
example.
go to Burger King and ask for some fries, they don't give you ketchup, they give you gravy.
What?
I was like, this is
Why?
not good.
Is it good
This
gravy?
they call it's poutine or something like that. So it's like gravy and cheese curds on everything. That's their thing over there.
That don't sound okay. How
I
did
was
it
so ready to
taste?
get back to the States. Ooh, I was so ready. They didn't even have Wolf brand chili over there. I had to learn how to make my own chili.
How dare they?
Right.
Okay, let's get into this. We can talk forever. I know we can. All right.
Yeah.
So your brand has such a bold mix of faith, fiction, scandals, and strength. How did
Yes.
that voice find you? What made you say, oh yeah, I'm about to write this? Or I mean, how did that even become a thing?
Personally, I don't fit in the box that the church folks say that I should fit in. I'm
Okay.
just gonna be honest. And when I say church folks, I mean that loosely. Church folks. The ones that, judge us for every little thing that we do. Those church folks. I talk too much. I say stuff that I shouldn't be saying. I don't fit that box. I do not. And it's okay. And
It is.
when you feel like you have been judged your whole life, you are, then you start to realize there are other people out there that are being judged that's the same. And it's not okay for people to just judge you based on who you are, but it's okay for me to be who I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
okay for me to walk in my purpose. It's okay for me to speak up for myself. It's okay for me to say what I need to say and still love God at the same time.
Yes.
And it don't matter how loud I talk or laugh. That don't take away the love I have for Jesus and the love he has for me, because he do not play about me, period.
I understand. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And so I am who I am. So I wanted to write books that kind of put a spotlight on it.
Okay.
That you have a lot of women that sit in a church that kind of, shrink down and shy away because they don't want the older generation to say something or to look at their hemline and be like, maybe your skirt too short. Yes, my skirt is above my knee and is and gonna continue to be above my knee. Yes, it is. So I wanted to bring that to the spotlight because we are losing the younger generation.
We are
losing them. They don't want to go to church no more because every time they go to church, someone is looking at them for what they have on, for how they speaking. Like, why? Be happy that they're there, because they could be somewhere else, but they chose to be here this morning. So you don't need to convict them. Let the word convict them.
Let the word do the work.
When it's time, nothing's going to stop it. There's nothing that you can say right now to change them. You can't change them. Only God can. So that's why I say, so when he ready for my mouth to say, he'll shut it up. But until then, honey, the world about to hear it.
Okay.
Oh, that's how I came up with the Church Chronicles. It's a little bit of everything in there. It's a little drama.
Yeah.
It's some romance. My Dalton is in there. That's my husband. But shh, don't tell.
We won't tell nobody.
It's a little bit of everything. A little suspense. It got some scenes in there, but it's closed door scenes. It's okay. Christians, we do things. How you think we have kids? They forget that too.
Right.
They forget,
They're Mary's sister and aunties and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, got to remind them. How you think we got here?
Right.
So it is. That's what my books are about. But I also wanted them to give a lesson, to teach some things. Wanted them to women to be like, it's okay. I can run this boardroom and I can run Sunday school. You can do both. You don't have to choose.
Right.
What did that pastor wife say? That wore that dress? I thought the dress was cute. She said, I am not just a first lady. I am multidimensional. Amen, sister. Amen. Because I wear it too.
And that's actually falls into my next question, because the question was, what do you want women to feel when they read these books?
I want them to feel empowered.
Okay.
I want them to feel bold enough to stand in their truth, to walk in their purpose. I want them to not just church, anywhere. I don't care where you go. I want you to be that person. Just remember, when you walk out, I am that girl, I am that woman, I am that queen. That's what I want them to feel. Right. And so, but that don't come without its struggles. It don't matter how bold or powerful that we may think we is, we still gonna go through life. We still going to have heartbreak. We still gonna be broke sometime. We still gonna have that no good guy that's, not me, because my guy is perfect. But
right.
But we still gonna have things that we're gonna go through in life. But we shouldn't let it break us.
Right. We bend, but don't break.
Yes. So in these books, you're gonna see not just the ladies, but the men going through their struggles, going to be tested, and all sorts. So, but that don't mean that you're not loved by God. It just means that it's your season to go through some things.
So you are a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur, an author, a tech genius. How do all these roles shape your storytelling?
Honestly, the storytelling is my way to escape the everyday hustle and bustle of corporate America.
Okay.
So when I'm stressed out, when I just want to forget what happened 9 to 5, I dive into writing.
Okay. So it's your happy space.
It's my happy. It is. It's like my happy. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Have you always had an imagination growing up? So like growing up, did you be like, oh yeah, did you make up stuff, or were you making scenes or storytelling with yourself then?
So I always was very imaginative. I used to have my little cousins now putting on plays and stuff. I used to write stuff out and make them perform it in the house. I used to do speech competitions. Phenomenal Woman was one of the things that I did all the time. And I'm very expressive. Like, I can't help myself. I can't help it. And so I did that a lot. I used to go from church to church, speaking, saying that poem all the time. I love Maya Angelou. I love her. And I used to, like, at church, used to put little plays on at church, make my cousin them do it. I used to have them singing in the choir because I played the piano for the church. I told you I was in the country. Grandma made me do everything. So I was like the, over the youth choir and stuff, like all the time. And I started falling in love with kind of like business and bylaws and stuff when I was in high school. I wanted to put together like a sorority, fraternity. I didn't want to be a mademoiselle. Everybody was doing that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted my own stuff, right? So my godmother was like, well, if you want it, you're going to have to write the bylaws. You're going to have to do this and you're going to have to do that. I was like, bylaws? I was in high school. I don't know what that is, and so that's how I started, like, okay, bylaws, let me do this. And so that's when I started, like, okay, I can do business stuff. So that became part of me. Then I started falling in love with graphics and designing and websites, and that became part of me. And so I was just like, I have all of this talent, all of it. Yeah. What do I do with it? I want to write, I want to sing, I want to do this, and I want to do that. Do I have to choose one? Absolutely not. I do it all.
Do it all. Do it all.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of women who are carrying books, businesses, dreams, ministries, and ideas inside of them. What made you finally say, I got to do this?
I wrote them for fun. I was working on my
Oh,
master's, and I was just like, man, I had this Google Drive because I had been secretly writing for the longest time. Nobody knew it.
okay.
And while I was working on my master's, I was just like, man, let me go through and I went through my Google Drive and I started looking at things, and I'm laying in the bed reading what I had already written and started laughing. I was like, ha, 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 ha. I wonder what it would be like if I published it. Would somebody read it? What it's going
Hmm.
to take? So I started researching, finding out. All I can say is if you have a story, an idea, I don't care what it is, put it out there. Like, you can't help someone else if you holding on to it yourself.
Hmm.
Put it out
Hmm.
there. Like, you can't say you was in the race until you started the race.
You got to start.
Got to start. And so don't just sit on it. Don't think, well, if somebody's going to read it, who cares if they read it or not? You're going to read it. So
Right.
put it out there. What you do, you're not doing it for others. You're doing it for yourself. And if someone else just happens to fall in love with it, then great. I didn't know that once I put this book out there that it was going to take a life on its own. I didn't know that. I didn't know people going to say, well, what's going to happen in book 2? I didn't know.
Right. Right.
I did not know. And so, I just kept going. And then, like, I was like, man, I think I'm going to stop with the Church Chronicle series. And my husband was like, no, you're not. You might as well go and continue. And I'm just
Not
like, but
till
I
we
want to
hit
do
the
other
big
stuff.
screen.
I want to write some other stuff, some other books I want to write.
Well, you don't have to choose.
Exactly. And I'm not. I'm going to put them out. I'm going to put them all out. So I got some stuff that's coming down the pipeline. It's been a struggle. I promise you, I have ADHD. Because I start working on one thing, and next thing you know, I done jumped over here and started writing something else, and then I'm back over here. Then I come up with, oh my God, I got to do this Christmas book, and then I'm back over here again. I'm like, wait a minute. Focus. Focus.
It's fun. No, I'm laughing because today when I walked downstairs, my husband always asks, "Hey, you doing okay up there?" I was like, "No, I can't seem to finish one thing. I start, I think, get another idea. Then this happens. Then I get another idea. Now, oh wait, that can go. Let me go write that down." So I started a system to where if I get another idea, in order to focus, I write it on a post-it note and put a post-it note down. I now have a huge box of post-it notes, by the way, that I need to go through. So now I'm thinking, I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but it kept me on what I was doing for the most part. But today wasn't that day. And I'm like, I can't seem to finish a task. So he was like, go get your prayer shawl, put it over your head, and then work. And I didn't do it. The phone ended up ringing. I stayed on it. My mama come. So that lasted a little while. And then I was like, oh, I got to get ready for my live. So but my thing is, I think the therapist told me I did have it, but I don't believe that.
I'm self-diagnosed. I don't care. I know it. It don't matter. I was like, these ain't nothing but good ideas just trying to come out.
They
and
are
it
so
just
good.
don't have enough.
Aren't they good? Aren't they good? And I'm at the age now, if I don't write it down or do something about it right now, it'll be gone. Like
it's so funny because I be talking to people and I call myself coaching them, and they be listening to me too, and I be telling them about you finish what you start, but here I am over here struggling trying to finish 3 books at one time. That's like, what? If they see me, they'll be like, who you coaching?
right.
But it's like when you have this vision, you say, oh, I'm gonna have this done by this time frame. Okay. And sometimes you can start working this project, but God say, hey, here's an idea that to go into this project. You don't have a choice but to pause this.
You have to.
I got three computer screens. I got a book on every screen.
Nice.
So I just swivel around and just keep going. Because you just never know. Like, you don't want to. I don't want to stop one project and I get writer's block or something like that, and then I got these projects are now stalled because I'm focusing on this. But it'll be all right in the morning. What that song say?
It'll be all right. It'll be all over in the morning. But I get that. I have with the best version of me too. I have it outlined as far as I know what the chapters are. Tell me why I ain't got it done. I don't know. But while that was yet going, I started the Sisters Cafe book because yes, it was the Check Your Squad. You know, that's the fourth chapter of the book, but that's the biggest chapter so far. Everybody is loving some Check Your Squad. So I decided to create a whole book of Check Your Squad
I
instead of
like
just
it.
right. So that's printed out. I just got to go through it, and I ain't did that before I started working on the celibacy book, my journey of celibacy, where it set me free, you know, to help some people out there in the world, you know,
A
that's
lot of
going
people
through
that
it.
want that book.
Oh, and
I
that's
don't
why
want
I'm
it
like,
though.
not before I jump back into my solo mojo singles community, then I'm like, that book is almost done. Why don't you
Yeah,
just finish
that's
that book?
that is gonna be a good book. You know, I
Oh,
commend all of my sisters out there and my brothers that is going on that journey. I said, thank you, Jesus. You made me married for so many years because I don't know if I would have had that strength. Take a lot
well,
of prayer.
nobody does. And if you would have asked me years and years and years ago, I would have been like, there is no way I'm about to do that. That's no way. Because being honest, God made me like double woman, I think. So yeah, I didn't think it was possible, but it's possible because that goes back to purpose. When I started my celibacy journey, one, I had got divorced. So
Mhm.
that was my struggle of having, and now I don't. So it got to the point where it wasn't even about the sex. I just wanted somebody there because I was used to having somebody there. But then that just, you know, everybody's not who they say they are. And people, it's hard out in the streets. It's just hard out there. And it's just,
A lot
you
of prayer.
right, you meet this person, they not that. You meet this person, they actually married. You meet this person, he like boys. So it's like
Oh no.
you just don't never
Oh no.
you
Hmm.
you never can just find a normal person no more. So
Yeah.
I find myself, you know, kind of running through them and like, okay, I got to the point where I'm like, okay, God, look here. I trust you, and I am going to cut that off and save it for whom you have for me. And that's where that the strength of that came for. I wanted to, I guess it can't really happen, but I wanted to offer the man that God had for me purity as much as I could.
Yeah.
You know, not somebody that was, you know, not the around the way girl, just the, you know, nice and pure where he could still be proud and um yeah. So that's what kept me. Was it difficult? Absolutely.
And I commend you. I have so and you know what's crazy is that I have so many friends that are on that journey and
Yeah.
have been for years. I
It's
said, you know,
it's
God
freeing.
knew God knew what he was doing when he said, okay, you coming out of high school, let me go ahead and put this
Get
ring
you
on your
married
finger
right now.
because I'm not gonna play with you. That's what he was, you know, that's what it was. He was like, I'm not gonna play with you.
Right.
No, 18, married,
Yeah.
boom. You
And that was it.
okay.
I mean, I got married at 18, but I got divorced at 21. So, you know, a little had to
Yeah.
try
So no,
at the
I
moment.
commend every sister and brother out there that is doing it. Like I commend them. It is it's that's a wonderful thing.
In hindsight, though, I love it. Let me say that. Yes, it was a struggle, but sometimes not only do you understand that things that you think are impossible to conquer are conquerable. Is conquerable a word? Don't know, but it's conquerable. Then it makes you look at that next challenge or that next obstacle like, please, I've been celibate. I can do anything now.
But did you see that you know, Pastor Matthews, he had to struggle for a little bit because Val was testing him. Val was testing him for real, wasn't she?
You know what? It's a gift. It's a gift, and everybody don't got it.
Boy, she
Everybody
was testing
don't.
him.
But I wanted a sacred marriage more than I wanted a whole bunch of
Support.
um partners. You know what I mean?
That's important.
And to be honest, the goal was never a whole bunch of partners. I really thought I would meet somebody and just get married again. But when I tell you that never happened for a long time, I've stayed single. So celibacy, I did a total of 12 years, long years. But I'm gonna be honest, after about year three and a half, four-ish, it
Wasn't no
didn't
thing.
matter. Yeah, it didn't matter to me. And I wasn't so easily seduced, should I say, is a good word for that, because it wasn't a big deal to me. Now it's like, look, you see them one, you see them all.
But
That that's how I felt about it.
I can't wait for your book to come out, because I feel like that there's not a big enough platform for those that are going through it.
Yeah,
There's not a great enough support system, you know, and I think
it's
it's
not because
needed.
it's
Common.
not it's not looked at as something great. You know what I mean? Although the Bible is telling us to keep ourselves, we don't talk about that. We talk about fornication, 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 fornication,
It's
but we
everywhere.
don't
It's
we don't talk
everywhere.
about the freedom of celibacy. It's a freedom. I can now date you and not even consider that. I can now consider what I need to consider, and that is, hold on, aren't you still married? You know what I mean? Versus my little girl wanting his little boy. It's just a matter of, now I'm clear. Now I'm not giving my body away just because. Now sex is not just sex. Sex is sacred. You know what I mean? And not only that, I'm just free. It's a freedom in celibacy. And I'm glad I did it. I'm so glad I did it
If
because
we start touching on soul ties and what it truly means, more
ooh-wee,
people be, more like, oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be.
we don't believe it. We don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think people believe in soul ties, but you better believe it.
It's real. Yeah.
Like, girl, we're gonna have to do this one in person about the soul ties thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I remember noticing. Oh, I hate putting my business out, but I'm gonna do it. I like
Because
it. I always be thinking.
sometimes.
Eh. I remember at one point I needed. It's gonna sound weird, but I'm gonna tell you because I knew it was the enemy, and that's when I said, "Okay, Glass, you tripping." I needed to breathe His breath. Like that's what I wanted, and I remember thinking, "Oh my God, that's what soul tie means." It wasn't just a matter of, "Oh, I was having sex with him." Oh, it was bigger than that, and
A
it
drug.
was more. And it was almost like I wasn't me. It was so, I mean, lust had taken over so bad. It was, to me, it was dangerous. And had I not heard or had I not known about it, I probably wouldn't have recognized it. But it was when now, mind you, I didn't stop just because I got that revelation right then. It don't, right. It don't just go away because you realize that what was going on. But it made me think, wait, hold on. That's weird, Gladys. And it wasn't just a matter of saying it. I felt like I needed that. Literally like those what movie was that? Where they suck the life out of you and you turn into a skeleton and drop.
We're talking about Harry Potter.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Oh,
It wasn't the mummy, but it was something. But they pick you up, they suck your soul out, and they drop you. Anyway, I forgot what movie that was. It wasn't a Avengers movie.
I don't know if I
I'm a
want to see that. But you know what? This topic, this right here, is what's missing in our churches.
yeah,
All of this cookie cutter stuff that they be talking about. Oh, just don't have sex. Why? Tell them why. That's what they missing. Don't just tell
yeah,
them not to do something. Tell them why they shouldn't be doing it. You
right.
know, and that's a lot of things that's missing from the church. These conversations that are need to have. We need to have these conversations.
Which is why we got Sisters Cafe.
I
That's
love it.
exactly Why? To
Love it.
become the voice and to talk about the stuff that
That
you
nobody else
could
want
not
to talk
talk
about.
about. And had you kept caught me 10 years ago, I wouldn't have said it. But girl, somewhere after 40, I ain't care no more. It needs to be said because we're losing people, we're losing souls, and it needs to
Or
be said. Don't just tell me I'm going to hell. Please explain to me the
me why?
danger. Because
Yes.
what I was doing at that moment, that was danger. That
Mm-hmm.
was danger. And I
No,
look back on it now and I'm thinking, girl, if God would have snatched me at that moment, hell would have been my portion.
yep. It's
Because,
like
oh,
it's like, they too busy looking at what people wearing, where they was last night. Did they go to the club? Oh,
worried
girl,
about
she
the
in
wrong
here and she smell
stuff.
like Douce. Like, who cares? They're here. Let's help. See, this is why I can't go nowhere. And
Girl,
I
you
said
are welcome at the cafe. You right at home, girl.
I said I'm gonna behave, but
But you don't have to. It needs to
it
be said.
upsets me because growing up in those, especially those small Baptist churches, the judgment was real, and church hurt is real, and they don't realize that, and that's why the church are getting smaller and smaller. The next generation. We're supposed to be uplifting them and encouraging them so they can keep the churches going. And they just where they at? They in here because why you
Mm-mm.
ran them off? Why
Right.
you ran them off? Because because you're doing what you're doing.
Doing what
You
you're
know
doing.
what you're doing. So, but at the same times, I do appreciate the aunties back in the day because those
Yeah,
were the ones that did know when something was troubling you, and in their own way, they tried their best to help. But them
absolutely.
the same ones that cut up too.
Absolutely.
No, so you take the good with the bad, but
Well, too, it's needed, but the next generation is a little softer than we are. Like we could take certain things, they can't. And they're in this world where you say the wrong thing to them and they ready to end their life. Like, wait, hold on. That's not what we do. That is not what we do. But it's even with that, I had to look at that differently because I'm like, instead of saying what they shouldn't do, why are they doing it?
when it,
And I didn't ask myself that until so my brother died by suicide, my oldest brother, and my baby brother got shot. So no more brothers for me. But it was like, what was so bad that was the only out? Stop talking why they do that. That ain't this. What is so bad? Where do we fall short? Why was that your only way out? How can we prevent this? You know what I mean?
we got to stop letting other people raise our kids, like the
Ooh,
TV, the
the TV
magazines,
and
the
YouTube
videos, the
and
YouTube.
Minecraft, not Minecraft. What's that? Miners. What is the name of that game? Mine Fortnite.
What they be doing
Fortnite.
on there? My son be up there playing it. I think I'm gonna have to go up there and find out now.
Just see,
What
yeah,
they
because I've heard it's not as cool as it's supposed to sound, but my kid is still on he's not my kid anymore, he's grown, but he only played like, okay, my kid played Black Ops all the time. Do you know death is desensitized in these young people? It doesn't matter if you shoot people, Mortal Kombat and things, they think that's funny to pull somebody's heart out of their chest and let boom, boom, boom,
now
boom,
we used to
and
play
they
more. You ain't play more to come back in the day. I used to play like get over here. And I think my husband got it upstairs. If he let me touch his game, I'd probably be playing. But we was a different
you
type of kids too. We spent every day, all day on them games. We got out there in them streets and we was on them bicycles, falling in the ditches. We was doing all of that stuff. We
I
ain't
was at
stick
church all the time, so I didn't get to play nothing.
listen. I had to ask my kids the other day, did they know how to ride a bike? Because I know we bought it for them, but I ain't never seen them go outside. Neighbors didn't even know I had kids. They stay in this house all the time. But my kids, I thank God, I thank the Lord. They have video games and all of that, but they don't play them every day because we didn't allow them to play it during the weekdays.
Wait, do they know
But
how
they
to ride
always,
bikes?
they say they do. I'm gonna have to.
My kids didn't have no bikes. Like,
So,
I didn't think about that till they got old. I'm like, oh, I don't think I bought y'all a bike, huh? They was at church.
outside.
I stayed in church. They stayed in church.
Now,
That's
see, my kids, they go to church with us on Sundays. My youngest sing on the praise team and stuff like that. But I didn't do them the way that my grandma did me. My grandparents.
Okay.
They didn't have to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They weren't even no revival, but we was at church. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that because I didn't want to go. Right, and sometimes, you know, forcing them to go down, you start resenting. Because when I left home. I don't even look back. I ain't going. And when you coming up here, yeah, I'll be up there Saturday. You want to stay overnight? Nope, not going to church on Sunday.
Oh my goodness! Oh but my goodness!
That's how it was. And so, and they have their own relationship with God, and that's all that I ask for. You know, your relationship with God may look different from my relationship to God, because everybody that's up in the church saying amen, glory, hallelujah, they don't have a lot of them don't have no relationship. They just in there just going through the motions. So I'd rather for you to have a relationship with God than sitting up at church Monday through Friday pretending. Right. Don't do that. Don't play God's time.
It's a waste of time.
Because he knows.
Yeah, he does know. Okay, so if you don't know, we've been on here for an hour already.
Have we?
Yes, that is bananas, right? And I ain't asked you all the good questions yet. So clearly I'm going to have you back because I need to deep dive into these books. But what I want to do is one of my famous segments with you is called Rapid Fire. Okay. And what that is without thinking, I'm going to give you two choices and you tell me what your choice is. Okay. Don't think that's cheating.
Ooh, this sounds like a setup.
It might be. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Paperback or audiobook?
Paperback.
Plotter or write as you go?
Write as I go.
Early morning writer or late night writer?
Late night writer.
Romance or drama?
Both.
Church hat or designer heels? What'd you say?
Heels.
Okay. Forgive the character or expose the character?
I do both. Both.
Okay, you can do both.
Okay, both.
Clean ending or cliffhanger?
Cliffhanger.
Character you love or a character you love to hate?
I love to hate.
Prayer closet or group chat?
Group chat.
I knew what your answer was going to be. Book signing or book club?
Club.
All right. One word your readers use after finishing your book.
What's next? Oh, that's 2 words.
That's fine. Okay. One word that describes Kyina the woman.
Me.
A word that describes Kyina the author.
Unapologetic.
What is harder, writing the first chapter or finishing the last one?
Finishing the last one.
What snack belongs with your book?
Popcorn.
Let me say when, take that if there. When this hits the big screen, what song is going to be on the soundtrack?
Mary, go get him. Go get it.
All right, that is your rapid fire. Good job. All right, so before I let you go, though, can you please tell everybody where, one, give them your announcement about what's about to pop off, And then 2, tell them exactly how they can follow you, stay connected, and buy all your books and your merchandise.
So I am about a series. It's favorite drum beat, and it's in honor of my brother who I lost in May because he was a drummer and everything else. Now, and I ain't say it was about him, but it's in honor of him. And you can find it on Amazon and also my website. If you want autographed copies of any of my books, along with, I always give like a special gift, a collector's item with it. You can visit my website, www.kyinaroutnovels.com, and you can purchase them there. What did you say? If you want to get in contact with me, I'm only an email away. I'm on Facebook. I try to interact with everybody that interact with me on Facebook. So if you send me a message on Facebook, if you comment on a post, I guarantee you I'm going to respond. Just give me some grace because, I work Monday through Friday. Can't be all on the internet while you're at work. But when I get off work, I make sure I respond to you and everything else. If you need me for anything, you can reach out to me at KyinaRouttNovels.com. Gladys, thank you so much.
Wait, don't you have an announcement for us? Do you?
Mother's Day. It drops Mother's Day. His favorite drum beat. Yes. I said it. You want me to say it again?
Did you say it right? Oh.
But okay, well, I can do it like this. I also have another book that's going to come out probably about the end of the year. It's called You Are Not Stuck, You're Just Comfortable. So that's going to be my first self-help book, but it's not a self-help book. It's like, get your act together.
Okay. Okay.
So it's going to be more
that's like self-help.
Yes.
That's 100% self-help.
I'll be like, she's crazy. I thought she was nuts. She really is. Talking to us like this.
You know what? Some of us need it. Some of us absolutely need it. But I am so grateful that you took time to come hang out here at the cafe. Y'all go get your tumblers. Can you put the tumbler up again? Go to the website that you see on the screen and grab your tumbler, grab the series, and grab everything in the store, because this is what we do. We support one another. And while you over there, go over to www.sisterscafe and make sure you grab the best version of me. I don't know if you haven't got it yet. I'm not sure what you're waiting on, but grab the best version of me so you can be the best version of you. And while you're in there, go check out the store. You can grab your mugs, grab your t-shirts, grab the quizzes that's there. We got some digital products up there. We got some whole bunch of other stuff going on. And for those who don't know, that I Win Conference t-shirt is still available. So grab it. That's right. Them things was rocking. I'm loving it. I want to wear it every day because it reminds me that I win, because we win. And like we like to say here at Sisters Cafe, when my sister wins, I win. So I thank you so much for being here. I will need to have you come back because we got to really dive into the books and to the story behind the books so that everybody can read and see what I did. Because y'all think I'm playing, but for real, her book is on my desk. But we ain't playing for real because her other book is on my desk. Don't get me twisted. I'm getting all into this. Y'all, this is how good it is. This is the first novel that I'm reading. I don't even usually get down like this, but I couldn't stop reading. So excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent writer. You are excellent writer. And y'all, she on the I Win squad too. So, she is going on. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm so glad that our paths did cross, because you are the genuineness of you funny, and you fit right in. I don't even feel like I just met you. That's the funny thing. I don't feel like I just met you. But yeah, we are going to have to do this again because I need everybody else to know how awesome these books are. Y'all go order them and make sure that you stay connected. Make sure that you follow me on all these platforms. And make sure if you haven't nominated your Woman Crush Wednesday yet, y'all, what you waiting on? I know there's a lot of phenomenal women out there that you want to see spotlighted. And we do that here at the cafe. Because real talk, I'm gonna have to make Kyina one of my Woman Crush Wednesdays real soon here. But we will see you again next time for another segment of Sisters Cafe. Bye.